Mount Kenya University student, right here in the 254. And Mount Kenya is one of the biggest universities right here in the 254. So Andrew Tate, so not Andrew Tate.
Why
oh
do
my
you keep
God!
calling him Onyango Tate?
I'm talking about Onyango Tate. I'm sorry about that, not Andrew Tate. And Onyango Tate has been talking or has been teaching people on how to escape the matrix. And he has been talking about how even these politicians, he has been talking about even the what do we call them, the lecturers, how they are not living the life that they really deserve to live. And he was teaching people how the education is not helping us, and it's actually keeping us, or it's enslaving us. And also this is the things that are now keeping us locked in the matrix. And he was now his agenda is always to escape the matrix and telling people you should not be locked in the matrix. But we saw, was it yesterday? It was the day before yesterday. We saw him being, he was talking about the lecturers, and then his university, that is Mount Kenya University administration, came after him and said that this is so bad, you're demeaning our examination, and we shall suspend you. So yesterday he was handed over a suspension letter, of which he was forced to sign. He said he wanted to read first what is written in the letter, but he was forced to sign first, and he was told you will read later. First sign, and then you will read later.
That is offensive one.
Of course.
That's a crime.
But let me read you something right here. TikToker identified as Onyango Tate is an unhappy man after being suspended from the university for 1 semester. Onyango has been vocal in criticizing university education, saying it does not add value to students and can't make them rich. Previously, he said if university education helps people to be successful, the success would be seen in the lifestyle of the lecturers and the cars they drive. Netizens on social media have criticized Onyango's suspension, saying he ought to be not victimized for speaking his mind and arguing his point. And I feel like, yes, he should not be victimized, but of course you know them. You know how now our country operates. They don't want the truth coming out, and if they feel like there's a truth coming out from these students or from anyone, they will of course try to diminish you and to try to make sure that you're quiet. And Andrew Tate, if you follow him on TikTok, you would find that most of his videos are making sense. They totally make sense. Actually, nimesema Onyango Tate. Oh, sorry, Onyango. Let me just say Tate. So Tate, I'm sorry about that, manze. I know Andrew Tate. You know, we all know Andrew Tate, but yeah, I'm sorry about that. He's Onyango Tate, but I'll call him Tate or Onyango. So Onyango, if you go to his TikTok, you'll see most of the things he talks about. These are logical matters. They are realistic matters. They are things that make sense. And for a fact, he said that education in universities is not helping students. And if it was helping any of them, this would be reflected by the lecturers. You would see now, if you go and compare the cars they are driving, you'll be like, no. If I'm learning to become maybe a lecturer, why should I struggle this much if the lecturer himself is driving this car? And maybe he has worked for the government for over 10 years, you know, and for 10 years he's only driving a Victor, maybe that year. So he was arguing about education and also how to escape the matrix, and he's a really smart guy. But right now he's suspended. But I've seen the school itself has come and said that Mount Kenya has denied suspending TikToker for bashing exams, belittling lecturers' old cards. The school itself has said that they did not suspend him.
The letter was out there.
Yeah, the letter is there. The letter is all over the media. But Job Onyango, a Mount Kenya University student, posted a video criticizing the institution's exams and lecturers. The young man said he was only in school to please his parents and was suspended for shortly after. However, the institution's vice chancellor, Professor Deogratias Jagani, asserted that the suspension did not result from the video. Mount Kenya has responded to claims that one of its students was suspected over a viral TikTok video. And Job Onyango posted a video from the exam room questioning how the paper would help him succeed. How will this make me rich? I have defined data collection. Now tell me how it will make you rich. That is what he answered. And look at all these old cars. They belong to your lecturers. They are over 60 and driving these old cars, yet they are all your role models. You will never be rich until you escape the matrix, he said. In a letter dated Saturday, October 21st, the institution suspended Onyango for a semester until January 2024. He was found guilty of inciting fellow students and community members to commit offenses. This is a final warning. If you are found to have been involved in a similar act in future, you will be expelled. But you guys, right now they are saying they have suspended Onyango for committing or for inciting fellow students and community members to commit offenses. What are these offenses that are not being named? And in the letter, it was out, the letter is actually out there. We can own, if I even wanted to search for it right here and read it out, I would. And it is written for demeaning their exams, belittling their exams and belittling lecturers. But right now, they are coming to defend themselves. What do you think about this?
One, this guy being given a paper to sign without reading, that's a crime. What am I signing for? Is it my death? Am I signing for me to resign from school? Are you expelling me? That is a criminal offense that should be dealt with highly, because this happens in most of the cases where we have these officials, like the incident of where we had the university called Kenda Juja, the ones that they wanted to grab the land, the one that they wanted to they wanted to grab the land.
Yeah,
that man was forced to sign off from his job,
the professor.
Forcefully. They're using force, they're using power to literally keep on shutting people for saying the truth. What did this guy do wrong? That is basically what we're speaking about, the youth waking up. These literally Africans waking up from all this bullshit of,
they don't want it,
of education that has not been helping Africa. He's literally speaking the truth. He's not saying anything that is wrong. Because look at the system of education. Sawa, utasoma, you have degrees, PhDs. When it comes to the application of real life, you now paying bills, which is run by them, who still run the system of education and still charge you highly about it, but you won't even get any skills of what you're supposed to go do outside here. Most of the things we do out of actually passion. And I think we've spoken of even job occupations, like we were discussing Mwenda, who was the lawyer. We saw another advocate woman who was arrested for, acting. She was an advocate. Most of the people are following their dreams out of passion, because even if you do a career, you go study, you try acquire the PhD, the master, you're not gonna get a job. You've literally wasted all of your years in school, while your classmates, when you are lectured to Form 4, they are here, actually they have become entrepreneurs and they have made something out of themselves. He has done nothing wrong. I believe this is actually, we should actually support him. I hope the rest of the media can also push, but again, because they are controlled, these are some of the agendas that should be pushed outside there. Let it be a real talk.
The media is just there to report.
Engage youth. Let the youth come and talk, because trust me, this is an opportunity people are looking for to talk out. And it always costs one person for people to flock up in the comment. Yeah, we support this. Actually, it is true. Look at people who have not. I mean, he should be released. Whatever is happening, again, this is what we're talking about when we speak about we're talking about education on our show. How education is right now being tampered with in terms of school fees. They want to abolish public schools, but you still what? Come on. Oh, please.
I personally, what
We're
I
fed up.
think is this guy first of all understands the matriarch.
Yeah.
And these people are scared because now people are getting facts. How many times have we seen graduates jobless? A lot, because they've not been told. They've just been taught the syllabus says this.
Exactly.
How do you get your way out of that syllabus and make a living out of it? Nobody taught you that. Now the guy is really right, really right.
Correct.
And I really want Kenyans, because I've talked about this. I really want Kenyans, because Kenyans always are very loud. They're big mouths. And you know, if they talk as much, the school might get their attention.
Exactly.
And we might actually talk about facts, because the people who, if you can imagine, this boy first of all is very smart. If somebody's in campus and already has understood, and when you go to his page, this is not even the first time he's talking about all this. He has been talking and talking. This is one of his videos that actually went viral. But now look at the fact that the schools and the educational system is using this educational system they're teaching us in Kenya so that we can come back. Somebody said in the morning on the Vibe Show, education has been brought back, and so that, or work has been brought to people, and the salary is little, for example, so that you can keep back working. You can come back working just the same way. Unaenda shule, unafanya kazi, unalipwa peanuts, you come back working, right? And you find yourself in more than 10 years, there's nothing tangible you've done with your life. If it is not 9 to 5, the only thing you did was pay bills, and that's it. You lived for 10 years.
You
What
barely
can
enough
you
time for
exactly?
yourself, you know?
What do you have for yourself? And somebody said this, and I liked it in the morning, that the only way out is to get self-employed. Because when you're self-employed, you will personally have your own time, you will spend time with your family, and you can control your business from your perspective. So if you're listening and you're going through school, after school, okay, because this is something that has been so much indoctrinated, I personally tell people, if I had this knowledge back in Campo, I would have taken all the money and just dropped out, and I wouldn't even feel bad, because you look at 4 years or 5 years in school, that is close to 1 million shillings. 1 million shillings can really do a lot of things. But now they still want to teach you the same system. How do you tell me you've been working for 15 years and you're still even working? You know, others even don't have cars, because we had lecturers who would come barefoot in class, you know. So you want
They even live in bed-sitters.
They live in bed-sitters, you know. And this is somebody who has hustled 10 years. And this is somebody who is coming to tell you that when you follow this syllabus, you're going to get rich. Lies. Don't make sense for me.
Lies.
Yeah.
It is so bad that now he's facing the consequences of giving.